Well, welcome back to Richland Center. Ken Manning along with Kirk Lair as we get set for this Wrestleback series. We're going to watch Dylan Powell as he steps out onto the mat. He's going to be facing Emron Nutter in this Wrestleback series. Powell coming up with a big win over Alexander Radovich in that third place match, and that gave him, he came up with a pin. And that gave him the opportunity that you see right now in front of us as he is taking on Nutter of Fenimore. Nutter losing another close match in overtime to Carey of Mineral Point. Now, quick little timeout here with some blood. We also are going to have a couple of other matches that are going to be coming up here as well. Let's take a look here. We might swing over to the next mat here. There we go. This is going to be at 132 pounds, where we see McKittrick of Royal, and he is taking on, let's see who this is. This is Krapp, I believe, Ian Krapp, yes, from Fenimore. Right now, McKittrick in a little bit of trouble here as he's trying to roll through on Ian Krapp, but not able to do so. We're going to switch back here because we have both matches going on here at the same time.
Will not change the positions as Ian Krapp will hold his position at number 2 with rule number 1, and McKittrick goes through with a 3. So that completes that weight class. So we still have this Wrestleback to complete here at 120. And then that will bring us up here to our next Wrestleback. So it looks like they're going to go 2 mats at a time and assistant referee on each mat. So that's going to probably lock us into all 7 of these. And our next bout here will be at 145. And we'll watch that one too, because we have now local wrestlers from Brookwood and Westby on the mat as Garrett Vatlin comes out on the mat. And he will take on another Fenimore wrestler, and that will be Siler Zenzevich from Fenimore. Which one do you want, Ken?
Well, I tell you what, it doesn't really matter. Both of them are kind of fun ones. I'll take Powell. You take Garrett here.
That's because you don't want to say Zenzevich.
You got that one down.
I remember officiating his father many, many years.
Yeah.
Even was a teammate with Chad Stelt. Now he's an assistant coach. Looks like he does volunteer stuff. And a lot of times he doesn't even show up in the corner. But still has a strong young man there. Only a sophomore, Skyler, and a good wrestler.
4-0 score over here with Powell in his matchup at 120 pounds.
Tall task here for the young man going out there. Well, he's not a young man. He's a senior.
Yep.
But his Aaron Nutter has got just a huge amount of experience that Dylan hasn't had the chance to get, really.
Well, when you think about all the, USA, freestyle, Greco, all those kinds of wrestling matches and what the Nutter family has done as a whole is tremendous.
Yeah, just like you were just alluding to, all the extra practice that he has just in his family living room.
Yeah.
With the Nutter family. He's got 2 brothers that are highly successful wrestlers, especially in the Greco-Roman stuff.
Yeah, that international style and experience is it's quite tough.
Still trying to catch up some on the you watch these matches here, and I try to catch up some on what was going on at Wisconsin Dells. One I thought of as I was funneling through, there's a big interest to people in the state of Wisconsin, because they knew, they said the Winneconne had 2 really outstanding wrestlers, the Hart brothers, and Brody Hart from Winneconne, a junior with a 23-1 record. He upset the 3-time state champion Rhett Koenig today, 5-2 in their match.
Whoa, wow.
That was a big match there.
Yeah.
And his brother won, and he beat, Landon Ratke, I guess, has still got a chance to wrestle back there. So Landon must have lost to him in the semifinal, and those 2 are going to wrestle for the chance to be second or Radke gets to go on, but can he go up to the second place match?
I'll be darned. That's something.
Still trying to wait and see here. I believe Bruce Buchholz's match, he still has that shot to get to the state tournament. Just wait for the computer to update it, and hopefully he can pass that on to Richland Center fans. Oh, I see that now. That match must be over. Yep. Bruce Buchholz ended his season in his third place match, losing in a fall in the last, in a minute 56, he was pinned in the first period.
Wow.
So at least a fourth place finish for the senior
Yeah.
at sectionals. That's pretty special for that family.
On mat number, let's go back to this orange mat here with Garrett Vatlin. He had picked up the opening takedown and leads 2-1 here with a minute 13 to go. Meanwhile, Nutter is out in front of Powell, 8-0, going into period number 3. Going to get a stalemate call here. Oh, a throw, quick throw here by Powell, nearly caught Nutter, but Nutter able to scoot out of that, and now he'll pick up the 2. And a 10-0 lead. Meanwhile, Vatlin trying to get out from underneath, and that's been a little bit difficult to do. He's got that leg in. Oh, and now he's getting some back points. He's going to get 2 here. 2 on the tilt. Powell trying to keep off his back here on a turn on a load up here, on a tilt. With Nutter. Meanwhile, Sansevich with the 3-2 lead now.
Hey, you got it right,
Hey,
Ken. Good
how about
job.
that? I have to think about it for 20 seconds.
We're at our third Wrestleback here. We got 4 more for you yet. Then we'll complete our day here at Richland Center High School. And what a great day of wrestling it was.
Well, Vatlin is going to say, let's go neutral. 4-2 now. Sansevich with the lead. Vatlin, again, he picked up the opening takedown, and that's what happened last week at the Super Regional. He picked up the opening takedown, but could not sustain. Oh, now he's got a cradle in on the takedown. He's got a chance for the fall. There it is.
That was a big plus for him. That
Whoa.
young man moves up to second place with that fall.
Wow, what a job there.
Boost of confidence, too.
Yes, no kidding, for sure. Oh, that was huge there, and a good high fives all the way around for the Norseman wrestling staff. Powell winds up losing out here to Nutter, but he is going to the state tournament, and that in itself is a feather in the cap for the young man. Well, we're going to bump up here to 170 pounds in the Wrestleback on the orange mat. And let's see if we can get
Denimore went 1 down there, right?
Yeah, Nutter defeated Powell. It said 10-0. I thought it might have been more than that, but I'm not 100%. So
170 now we've moved up to. And that would be Independence. That would be Brager, Gavin Brager, as he takes on, from Fenimore, Nathan Bloschke in that match. And we should have, they decided to move down there to the far mat and give some time down there. We still got a camera on that?
Yep, we do.
All right. 152, that match down there. And that would be Ashton Meese taking on Jackson Bussey.
Yeah, Bussey, yeah.
From Iowa Grant. And that is a 2-0 score in favor of Meese.
Meese will release Bussey, and it's now 2-1.
Stay focused on that one, Ken. That has more interest in this other one.
As far as the local area.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Meese trying to go in on another attack here, and Bussy says, I'm going to throw the whizzer in.
I really thought that Meese family should have went to Richland Center because they're on this side of the river.
Is that right?
But I guess they're on the wrong side of the mountain.
There you go.
So many of these school districts here in Richland County,
Yeah.
they draw the line right through this, almost through the center or the top of the hill.
That's funny. Yeah.
They're just over the hill. They're pretty close to Highway 60 over there.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But they're on this side of the river, so, I don't think I'll have much luck in that.
It's a great divide, right?
That's what I thought it should have been.
Meese just picked up another nice takedown off from the shot, and he's out in front now 4-1. Well, we'll be next week down to Madison on Thursday evening with Division 2 and 3. We'll be watching our area wrestlers, our area female wrestlers as well. That should be a very fun time. Looking forward to that.
And while we were gone, they gave out those female awards. So while Ken is watching these matches, I'm going to quick give you those female qualifiers for the state tournament. At 100 pounds, we have Kylie Klum from Westby. At 107 pounds, we have Gracie Rombolowski.
Rombolowski, I think I said, yeah.
There you go, from Independence Gilmanton. Then we have Cora Sansala at 114 pounds from Independence Gilmanton. Then we have Olivia Ball from Lancaster at 120. Delilah Collins from Mineral Point at 126. At 132, we have Kylie Rule from Mineral Point. Then at 138, we have Kashala Wiest from Lancaster, your champion and representative there. Then at 145, we have Sophia Paulson from Aquinas. Then from Fenimore at 165, we have Rachel Schauer. And then finally, from this regional, we have Amanda Hemmersbach from Kickapoo Lafarge as your 10 qualifiers from the Richland Center sectional.
Well, quick timeout over here on the orange mat. We're going to put our camera on a couple pictures here of our matchup going on. Looked like kind of turned the ankle a little bit there, did our Fenimore wrestler at 170 pounds. So official was right there ready to stop it too. That was good. Meese with another takedown. Boy, just a beautiful little duck under. That one was textbook as well.
Well, Meese is dominating that match. We're going to get as far through as our state qualifiers on the male side. At 106 pounds, we have Aiden Grunfelder from Pecatona Argyle as the 1. Jaden Geyer from Westby is your number 2. And Robert Fleggy from Aquinas is your number 3.
They're back ready to wrestle now at 170. We turn the camera back on them.
Then at 113, we have Brett Birchman from Fenimore winning there. His runner-up will be Jake Fitzpatrick from Aquinas, and your third-place finisher, Brody Meese from Riverdale. So that'd be Riverdale's first qualifier. Then at 120, that was one of the matches that was exciting as heck. We saw Rowan Carey of Mineral Point win against Armin Nutter from Fenimore. So Nutter will be 2, Carey 1. And then Dylan Powell from Brookwood, the new home for Ken Manning, getting a qualifier there for Brookwood at 120 pounds. At 126, Hunter Stevens continues his run to the state tournament with a championship for Iowa Grant Highland, followed by Reed Sawyer from New Lisbon, and then Gunnar Wolpat from Royal Waniwak Center. Giving in a second here, you'll see we have 2 Royal Waniwak Center wrestlers going to state tournament again this year. So
yeah, same 2, right, from last year.
Yes.
Yeah, good job for them.
Yep. Then we have Cade Rule at 132. Ian Krapp, we just saw him win his match in a wrestleback against Colin. No, they didn't have to wrestle. Take that back. But anyway, Ian Krapp will be 2 and Colin McKittrick 3.
6-1 your score here as I just jump in just for a second here quick as Meese still out in front. He's in the down position with 1:20 to go in period number 3, trying to work some more points out of this match.
Playback's always better than, or live is always better than playback. Then at 138, we have Lucas Sullivan, your champion, followed by Caden Linder from Iowa Grant Highland, and then Jesse Pinky from Aquinas in number 3. Then at 145, we have Taryn Riley of Mineral Point, followed by Garrett Vatland as he just won that Wrestleback, and from Westby at number 2, and Silard Zanzevich from Fenimore at 3. So we're up to date. We'll quit here and wait for the result of this 152 bout.
Right now it's still 6-1. Meese kind of hanging out down underneath here and not able to get a turn is Bussey. Stalemate call, they'll get a fresh start.
So we got a Wrestleback at 195 and 220. And Ken and I never did figure out what happened at 285, but our impression was that Ashton Culpet was not capable of going into his Wrestleback and ended up placing third as Meese gets a big move there, Ken.
Oh, he does, and he's going to get the pin over Jackson Bussey of Iowa Grant Highland. So a number 2 spot for Ashton Meese at 152.
So that'll be your place finishers at 152. It'll be Robert Tate Flaggy in first, Ashton Meese stays in second, and Jackson Bussey will be your 3. So then that allows us to go on and read 160. And at 160, we have Tristan Stout from Fenimore at number 1 position, Calvin Hargrove in the number 2 position, and Emerson Moan from Iowa Grant Highland in the number 3 position. So now we have to finish our 170 bout, and we should be getting our 195 bout going here shortly.
We had a warning stalling here at 170, and so they're going to come back, get a fresh start here. Brager. Oh, potentially dangerous. Good call there. That arm was trapped again. Brager and Blaschke. Boy, it's a 1-point match here. Blaschke out in front, 7-6.
Wrestleback on deck down there in mat number 1, but they don't seem like they're really excited about getting it started.
Not really,
They're jumping all the way up to 220 down there.
Oh, my.
They must have had McCartney's match at 195 slated to go here. So maybe they're going to wait and start them both at the same time.
That might be,
2 Wrestlebacks left to go. As long as we have that.
Well, it's going to be a 10-6 score here. And Blaschke is going to pick up the win.
He's going to remain in second place.
Okay.
So that will be for, at 170, we'll have David Moline as your number 1 qualifier, Nathan Blaschke as your number 2 qualifier, and Gavin Brager as your 3rd place qualifier.
Well, we're going to look at this 220-pound and 195. Looks like they're going to come out, like you said, Kirk, practically at the same time. It's going to be at 220. We're going to see Hankey of Lancaster, and he's going to be taking on Len here of Aquinas.
Brady Lynn here, yep. And then at the 195-pound bout, we have Ryan McCartney from Lancaster as he takes on.
Is that Brockup? Yeah, Brockup. Bode Brockup.
Or did they put the 221 out there?
220 is right here.
Yeah, right here. Okay, yep. I'm sorry.
Len here just had a big throw, but right out of bounds.
Yep, I got messed up. Okay, so they haven't started the 195 down here for some reason. That's on mat 1.
Yeah.
The orange mat has got the 220-pound bout. He's got a head steal by the Aquinas wrestler Len here. He has Hankey in a lot of trouble here right now. This match could be over quickly at 220. And there it is.
It is.
So Hankey holds his, Leonard holds his second place finish there at 220. And Hankey goes to the state tournament as a 3.
Hankey comes off the man like, yeah, man, I didn't even see that one coming.
So let's read your qualifiers at 182 while this 195 bout gets started here. We have in first place from Fenimore, which would be Wyatt Hannen, and then second place remains Caden Renish from Riverdale, and your third place wrestler will Belmont. Blair Taylor. Thank you. Sorry about
Easy
that.
to do on that.
Yeah, Blair Taylor. So that completes them, and then we'll read the 220-pounders, and then we'll only have the 195 qualifiers to read to you.
And
At 220, Marshall Self makes a return state trip with a championship here. He'll be your number 1 qualifier. Brady Lure, as you just saw, get that fall. He'll go in 2. And then Paxton Hankey gets the 3rd position. So the 2 seniors and a junior go to state at 220. So that just leaves us this one match, and these 2 are going to qualify. It's just a matter of where they're going to qualify.
Yep.
As I mentioned to Ken earlier, they really don't keep team score here. And I can't get it to come up. Go to the dashboard. There's where it's at. Unofficial team scores, just neither one of these matches will be, but we're just going to read you the top 3. It's, like I said, team scores don't mean anything, but Ken and I always think they're kind of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Fenimore wins here, which we kind of expected coming in with 13 qualifiers. They had 204.5 points, followed by Aquinas with 150.5 points. And then Mineral Point was 3rd with 101.5 points. And then Iowa Grant Highland, 90.5 points. So those are the 4 teams that have kind of, been team leaders for Division III in this area for almost all year long. So it doesn't surprise us to see them there right now.
We'll take a look here as a 0-0 score going into period number 2. Brockup will be in the top position. McCartney down.
McCartney gets to go back to state again, a place winner there last year. But I'm sure he'd like to go there in that 2nd position instead of 3rd.
Well, and you take a look at that, like you said, Kirk, because with the seating meeting going on over the evening hours, and then we'll see things on Bally Sports at noon tomorrow. The fun part there is, if you've been a state qualifier and a place winner, you got to get some respect and get a decent seed. But you also want to go in the number 2 spot, not number 3.
Yeah, quickly we'll talk about that state tournament seeding criteria since we got some time here. Still 0-0 down there, though we don't want you to lose track of the score. With Brockup still coming. Number 1 criteria is head-to-head competition, which will play a lot into what happened here in these sectional tournaments today.
Yeah.
The number 2 criteria is competition against common opponents. Then number 3 is a returning state champion. Number 4 is returning 2nd or 3rd place finisher from last year. And then number 5 is returning 4th through 6th place finisher from the previous season. And then finally, number 6 is a sectional champion, then returning state qualifier, and then finally winning percentage in the current season.
Oh, wow.
I would have thought you would have hit one of these other ones before you hit that last one, but I don't even know why that one's in there, but whatever. Because if you're...
That's kind of interesting, yeah.
So as we wind down here, this is my chance before we get to the final sign-off to again thank Ken Manning for this my home away from home the last 3 Saturdays in a row. It's been fun.
I'll tell you what, and we're not done. We're going to go into overtime, I think. Or no, 3rd period, excuse me.
You would try to do that on me, wouldn't you?
Yeah, one more, right? What's a little more?
Let's go another minute. Who knows, though? Still no score here.
Well, Kirk, I tell you what, it's great to have you around. You can do this. You got great insight on what's going on. Of course, with both of us with our experiences in wrestling, and it's just it's great to have you here, being able to do this. So my thank you to you.
Well, thanks a lot, kid. I really enjoy it. It's not a bad seat in the house here,
Yeah.
And this is a pretty good one right in the center of the gym.
Yep.
The only thing one day we got to figure out if they have this camera live while we're here, because you and I are too close to being under that
I
thing.
know, right. We don't need that.
And I know it picks up sound. I got caught doing that once before at some other school. I didn't think I said too many bad words. Still no score here as we're on our feet. Did one of them choose up?
I don't remember. I think they've just been on their feet the whole time.
Must have. Somebody should have got warned for stalling. This is that one I told you about. We're in the third period and nobody has gotten a takedown or anything, and you chose up?
Yeah.
Somebody should have been penalized. Although I do think Brokop just rode him the whole second period.
Well, that could have been, yeah.
I think he did. But then that's probably why, Brokop probably didn't feel very good going down underneath McCartney.
Right, yeah.
40 seconds left to go in this match. We hope that somebody decides to make a move. You can't say they're really stalling, because both these young men are really, you call it hand fighting and shoulder fighting, but I haven't seen too many really commit real strong to a shot to the legs.
Right.
Ken feels like he's back in Lancaster. He has some of those fans right next to him.
No kidding.
Well, finally a warning for stalling. Not too sure that was, whatever. I don't comment.
1 tick left, so we will go with a little extra time coming up here.
And finally a shot. Ryan, a senior. Brokop only a sophomore. So if you were cheering for the young man to return, you'd probably lean towards the Lancaster wrestler. Ken and I both have ties to Lancaster, so we'll try to be impartial, but we're kind of rooting for the young man to go back again.
Well, they're both going to go back. It's just
that's right.
It's
Thanks,
just
Ken.
Yeah. No, that's all right. It's just a matter of 2 or 3.
Two or three. That's right. We got beyond that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ryan is going to go back for his senior year, and Bode is going to get his first shot to go there. And who knows? Maybe they'll meet again down there.
20 seconds.
Wouldn't that be something? Trying to come up with a shot was McCartney, but again, that long length of Brockup fighting that off, and now Brockup with a chance for the takedown.
He steps over and it can show some head control.
There it is.
Wow. Wait a second here, we're going to see.
Yeah, they're going to talk things over just for a moment here, because he still had that leg. And I've seen wrestlers come out through the back door with that leg on a turn through. Well, everybody's, they're going to get it.
Well, like you said, the good thing about that, Ken, is they both are still going to Madison next week.
Yeah.
We'll have a little impact on the seating, but your state qualifiers at 195, we'll read them quick, and then we'll let Ken do the final entrees here. But your qualifiers at 195, Tyson Martin will be your champion, and now your runner-up will be Bode Brokop from Iowa Grand Highland, and then Ryan McCartney returns for his senior year for Lancaster in the number 3 position.
Yeah, I tell you what a great day of wrestling it's been here. We had a number of media folks and 3 radio stations along with ourselves here on the streaming side of things, Kirk. And tell you what, I appreciate all those folks. At one point, we were up to just over right close to 215 viewers with devices, and that just means a whole lot to me. I appreciate everybody doing that. Thanks again to all of our terrific sponsors. Thanks to Laura Selby helping out here, of course, getting us set up here up on this podium area that we've been able to kind of sit on for the last 3 weeks, and, of course, with the Richland Center tournament as well. And thanks to all of the folks that have been helping. Wayne and Shelley over there, Keenan's, they're at Richland Center. And Carl Zuby and you last week with the Super Regional here.
Yep.
My nephew Jacob helping me at Mineral Point.
That had to be special.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun. He did a nice job there with things, and that was just kind of a neat and unique experience able to do that. So, well, Kirk, again, thanks so much. You're not going to be at the state tournament for the first day or the second day? Which was it?
We'll be there Thursday and Friday for sure.
Okay.
And then Saturday we're going to go watch the grandson jump.
Oh, that's when it is.
Jumping in the conference tournament
Okay.
at UW Stout up in Menominee.
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of things going on there. So, well, Kirk, thanks again for everything, and my sincere thanks again to all the folks here. For Kirk Layer, I'm Ken Manning saying thank you so much for watching. Hope that you've enjoyed this WIAA Division III Sectional Wrestling Tournament. Congratulations to all the wrestlers that were here and to those who made the state tournament. We'll see you next week at the Cole Center on the mats Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So long for now, everyone. Have a great rest of the weekend.